Om Swastiastu. Good morning, beautiful people. How are you this morning? Well. It seems that all of you are excited for today. Good. My name is Wayan Bagus Purnama Sidi, today as your tour guide on this bright sunny day. Now, before we start the tour, let me remind you to always put your masks on all the time, always wash your hand with water or by using hand sanitizers, and please, keep your distance 1.5 meters or 5 feet apart from each other. Thank you. Now that all of you are ready, buckle up because today we are exploring Tirta Gangga. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tirta Gangga. Let's take our time to enjoy the beauty of this place, shall we? And while doing so, let me tell you a little bit of information about this place. Tirta Gangga, the Royal Water Garden, is a royal recreational place composed mainly of water, plants, and sculptures. Its name is derived from two words, Tirta, Sanskrit for holy water, and Ganga, the sacred river of Ganges in India. This place was built by the king of Karangasem, Anak Agung Anglurah Ketut Karangasem, along with his people from 3 villages, namely Ababi, Pladung, and the mega village. He envisioned that Tirta Gangga will be a place of contemplation, rest, and joy for everyone. The construction began on the 2nd of January 1948, and it took 8 months to build, which was on the 6th of September in the same year. Coincidentally, this same date as the coronation of Queen Juliana of the Netherlands. Now the opening ceremony, which was on the 18th of September 1948, was attended by not only the royals from the neighboring kingdoms, but also by the Dutch officials at that time. This site is highly influenced by the Balinese concept of Triloka or 3 realms. It is believed that the universe is divided into 3 realms: the realm of the god or Swa, the realm of the people or Bua, and the realm of the demon or animal or Bur. As of Tirta Gangga itself, this concept is clearly shown on the layout of the water palace, where the lowest part is Bur, and the middle part is Bua, and then the highest part is Swa, which of course we'll be visiting very soon. Now a little magic trick right here. Who would like to feed the fish? Come on, follow me. They're big, aren't they? So, from my previous explanations, in which part are we? Can anybody take a guess? Whoa, you guys are awesome! Exactly, we are currently on the Bur realm, or the lowest part. As you can see right here, you can see a lot of fish wandering around, greeting you all. Also, in this part of the site, there are 2 ponds divided by an island called the Demon Island. On the pond, there are 2 boats, each named Gajah Mina, or fish with an elephant head, and Angsa Putih, or the white swan. The bridge connecting the Demon Island with the rest of the compound has a particularly unique combinations of architectural styles. Those combinations of styles, namely Chinese, Balinese, and European, shows just how artistic the king was in designing his palace. Now enough for the Bur realm, let's move on to the next, the Bua. The thing that stands out the most from this part is probably the fountain, right? Of course, with the height of almost 7 meters, it is almost impossible to miss the water fountain. It is called the Nawa Sanga fountain. As you can see at the bottom of this fountain, there are statues symbolizing 9 gods protecting us from each direction. By utilizing physics concepts, the king was able to flow the water from underneath the structure all the way to the top, creating an eternal flow of water. Now imagine if we replace this system with a pump. How much money would be spent pumping all of those water throughout all of those years? This also proves the ingenuity of the king's design. Pretty insane, isn't it? Now on the eastern side of the fountain, there is a pond with statues on it. It is called the Mahabharata pond. And those statues are dedicated to the Pandavas and Kauravas, and those who were involved in the Great War of Bharatayuddha. Meanwhile, on the west side of the fountain, there's a swimming pool where people can go to swim. Now, is anyone here interested in jumping into a cold and refreshing water? Raise your hand, please. Hey, we got some on the back. Well, actually, guys, on the second thought, maybe it's not a great time because we are moving to the last part of the site, or the swah. Now, here we are at the swah. Starting from the eastern side of this site, we will be greeted with another pond called the Victorian Pond. Now, next to the Victorian Pond, there is another pond called the Versailles Pond, and then a monument which shows a brief information about this place. Come on, let's take a look at it. As you can see, the writing on this are carved into two sides of stone tablets. It's using both Indonesian and Balinese languages. Although the Indonesian language style that is being used here is slightly different compared to what we are using today. As we move further west, there is another swimming pool, which historically was used by the king and the royal family in the past. This swimming pool is slightly deeper compared to that you found in Buah. By the way, people can also come to this pool if they want to. As we move to the next part, which is the temple, here are some interesting facts about this place. You ready? Alright, here. First, the water reservoir from Tirta Gangga has been used to fulfill half of the water needs for Anglurah town. Second, in 2018, Tirta Gangga was dubbed as the second most popular landmark in Indonesia according to TripAdvisor. And the last one, Tirta Gangga has become the leading tourist destination in health protocol implementation. This is thanks to the tireless effort by Mr. Anak Agung Made Kosilia, the grandson of the king, as well as the person in charge of Tirta Gangga. Also, as we are entering a temple, I would like to remind you, for those of you who are on their period, shall not enter the temple. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the Ulun Gangga temple, where all of this begins. When this place was discovered, there was spring water underneath the banyan tree, that big tree over there. To protect the water, they constructed a building called Gedongan. Therefore, no one will be able to take the water recklessly. The celebration of this temple occurs on Purnama Kapat, but unfortunately, it's already passed way back. Remember the villages from Tree Village that already helped the king to build this temple? Well, those people usually comes here to ask for holy water. Also, some of them are actually pray here regularly. Now, with that being said, we have arrived at the end of this tour. I sincerely hope that you gain something from this tour. Also, thank you very much for your attention and see you on the next tour. Om Santi 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 Om.